back to market on close. Cisco is set to report its earnings after the close, with the street expecting EPS of 98 cents per share on revenue of nearly $15 billion. Investors will be looking for growth in AI infrastructure, with UBS saying it sees $2 billion in AI-related orders this year. Shares are up more than 20% so far in 2025. And of course, that means that Cisco is our focus for Options Corner today. Welcoming in Rick Ducat to the conversation, our lead market technician here on Schwab Network, to take a look at Cisco ahead of their earnings after the close today. As we look at Cisco more broadly against the markets, I can see how it's stacking up, but in terms of performance, what's it indicating to you?
Yes, kind of keeping pace with the broader tech sector recently, pulling ahead a little bit today, 25.7% versus 24.3% during the past year, but both outpacing the broader S&P 500, up 14.5%. If we were to look at this overall networking space, most of them have been doing fair. We can see Arista Networks and Cisco are the two standouts here, but HP Enterprise, Palo Alto Networks, and Fortinet are also players in this just kind of networking and cybersecurity space here. But, once again, some clear winners and losers in this arena here. So as we do look towards Cisco more specifically, the earnings information to look out for would be to see how strong AI infrastructure demand has been, which would be reflected in our network revenue figures, and to see what new AI and cybersecurity products they have to offer.
And as far as analyst action in advance, are we hearing anything from the analyst community?
Not too terribly much here. The last notable analyst move was from November 2nd. UBS did an upgrade. They raised their price target to 88 from 74 and moved from buy to buy from hold, rather. So more of a positive piece of information there, but really not too terribly much in the way of other analyst moves recently.
All right, so let's take a look at their technicals then. Looking just at the last month, they've had a good month. They're up more than 8% just on the month alone, which is a decent setup coming into earnings. But what are the technicals showing us? Yeah,
so what we had here was the 66 level was an old high point. And then that was around the general area that we topped out a couple more times before the breakout. Then that was the low point. So old resistance became new support. From there, we started to travel in this broad upward channel type shape here. We can see that the old highs here, 72.55, even after we did manage to pull above them into these highs just below 75, we retreated somewhat. We established recent lows here near around 70.50. So that would be another point to watch, but a strong move to the upside today so far. When we do look at some of our other studies, our 21-day exponential moving average lines up with our trend line near about 71.50. That would be a downside area to monitor. Our orange 63-day EMA comes in just below 70 as well. RSI still trending upwards, still more bullish here, but not too many notable developments there at this time. Finally, if we were to look at our volume profile and standard deviation channels, our point of control comes in right here near about 68. That's our heavy trading area. Another node comes in right here, lining up with our linear regression line, our line of best fit. 70 to 71 or so is another standout downside area.
And we're trading just above that right now at 73.75 for Cisco. As far as options activity that we're seeing ahead of their earnings, what's the volume like?
So this one was moving pretty fast as we head into the end of the day. The last time I checked, we were at about 255,000 total options, about 73% calls. The sizzle, 5.2 versus the 5-day moving average, so quite elevated activity here. If we were to look out toward the December 19th expiration here, we've got 37 days out here, about an 8.8 potential move expected here. So that would line up pretty well with the lower edge of our volume area that we saw there. So that would be one area to watch. 66, 67 or so stands out. But to the upside, not really a whole lot of near-term clear areas to slow us down once we start getting past these old highs near 75.
All right. So, and any other notable trades that you saw?
One big trade, minus 2,700 March 20th, 72.5 strike calls. They got a $1.5 million credit received for this short trade here, but it seems like it was probably a closing trade. Otherwise, they would have been selling calls that were already in the money. Not really a clear, direct corresponding opening trade, though, but does seem to be a closing trade most likely.
Well, Rick, thank you for breaking down Cisco ahead of their earnings, which, of course, we will have for you later on the show once they're released.